Hello, namaste. Thank you so much for joining. This is Abhinav Gulecha, Mindful Living Coach. In this session, I will be talking about some insights, some thoughts I will be sharing about how you can get over regrets, over past mistakes, past failures. The failures can be in job, in relationships, in business, right? So I have had my share of failures in my life, and I can personally relate to this topic very well. Dealing with this regret that is in me as to maybe I could have handled the situation better, or basically the thing is that how I was handling this situation, in such a worst way I was handling this situation. How come how was I so stupid, right? So all these thoughts, all these feelings, they come from time to time. And hello, Amrita ji. Thank you for joining. So all these feelings, they come from time to time, and just some of my tips and insights I will share on how to handle those feelings. So first of all, what I would what tip that I would share, and what one of my friends actually shared. His name was Prashant, and so I have had a business failure, not a business failure. Yes, I will say failure only, but yes, a stretch where I worked a lot, a lot, a lot into my business, and I had to actually abandon it. And when I discussed with one of my friends, and he said that, Abhinav, the decision that you took was basis your consciousness at that time, so do not blame yourself, right? So what we can, when we look back, we see things as, I could have done better, or I could have done something else. But no, at that time, what was your situation, what was your consciousness with which you were with which you had taken that decision, or made that moves, was as per those situations and those your level of consciousness. So for suppose you have been in a relationship and you treated someone badly, that was basis your consciousness at that time. You couldn't have what Eckhart says is that you cannot go, you cannot act more than your consciousness. So realize that we are all human beings, we are all having our limited consciousness, and we are all evolving. Like, agar 15 years back I was very short tempered, now I am not, right? It's like very reduced in me. So if I go back in time and say why I was very short tempered, why? Because see, in that 15 years I have evolved. So we all human beings are continuously on our journey of evolution. And all these life situations, relationships, our work interactions, they are all here to serve a purpose. They are all here to help us evolve, right? So we have to understand that whatever situations that happen, whatever wrong thing happened in the past, do not kind of you do not go into regret, do not get stuck in the past, right? What happens is, when I am having regret, I am stuck in the past. So we have to unstuck ourselves and not remain stuck, and take it as a learning opportunity, right? So the first thing, realize that whatever your conscious level was, that you accordingly acted according to that. So you can release that pressure on you, that I acted in this way, and why I acted this, so that you are able to remove that why that is there in you. Second, understand that the past, whatever happened, was there to support you, right? So whatever situations and events what we undergo in life, they are all having a deeper purpose to kind of mature us. Even the suffering that we see, the deeper purpose is to help us evolve. So, and realize also one thing is that you have matured from that experience. The experience that you have got in your relationship, or in your job, or regarding any health experience, you have matured with that relationship, with that experience, right? So always think about how long you have come. Maybe like 10 years back something happened, and from that 10 years, what was your consciousness level, what was your maturity level, to what you are today. So that particular event has definitely helped you to be the person that you're today. So important thing is, no point of fighting with that past. That past was for a reason, the situations were for a reason, they have helped you, and they have served their purpose. So do not fight with the past. Third, I will say, is understand the law of karma, right? Karma, the law of karma is the the law of karmic balancing, right? So in life, especially when we see patterns in relationships, in job, the struggles, the suffering, there is a deeper balancing that happens of karma, right? So it's like, we need to undergo certain events, certain situations to get the lessons, right? Some we did wrong to someone, same way we face the wrong in this life, so that we learn compassion, we learn forgiveness, we learn wisdom, all these things. So important thing to understand is that, your conscious mind would have said, your conscious mind would have said that, from your conscious mind you will say, why I took that decision, maybe to marry a person, or to have a relationship, or to get into that job, or to stay in that toxic job for so many years, right? But understand this, conscious level you might be having that question, but subconscious level, your soul wanted to get that experience and balance those karmas. Because if you are not able to balance those karmas, then you will not be able to learn and grow, right? And understand one more fundamental thing is that, till the time you remain stuck in that situation even after and don't understand the lesson will come again, maybe not in this lifetime, maybe in some other lifetime, right? So very, very important for us, all of us, to detach from our experiences, whatever we have undergone in our past, and to focus on the learning opportunity and the lesson. My mother always used to teach me in my childhood. She raised us, single-handedly in Delhi, and she always used to say, whenever difficult situations or opportunities arose, she always used to say that, just forget everything. What is the lesson in this situation? Shiksha lo or aage badho. Shiksha lo, what is there in the lesson? What can I learn from this situation? And we were actually always overawed by how our mom was, and how focused was she was in, getting that learning thing from that. Shiksha lo or aage badho, that should be our motto, right? Then fifth thing what I will share is, fourth thing, the more you are in regret for whatever happened in the past, you are not in your present. The more you are basically lost. The more you are lost, you are not present for your loved ones, right? Think about your loved ones. You need to get over this regret. And because you owe it to your loved ones. If you're lost in your past, and your children comes in front if your child comes in front of you smiling, that papa, just I love you, do you love me, and you are still stuck in the regret of the past, you are doing a disservice for your family. So the very, very important thing is that you have to learn, find a way to disengage from that past, get over that regret, right? So that you can be more present, in front of your in front of your family, and in front of your loved ones who are there for you right now, right? So that is our duty, to be more present with people who are there in our life right now, right? And not brood over or think too much about something happened somewhere in the past, right? Okay. Then important thing, you cannot change the past, right? Whatever happened in the past happened in the past. No one can go and erase the past. What we can just do is that, whatever something happened in the past, see, what is troubling us, us is the residues that I have in me, right? The residues, the emotional residues. See one thing, if I'm like enlightened, right? If I'm a totally completely wise person, I would undergo that experience, and I would completely accept that situation, and I will not create any pain for me, and I will move out of that situation, right? This is where you and I want to go. This is where you and I want to be, right? But we have not been in that situation. So what happened was that I generated the residue of pain, right? In that situation, I resisted in that situation, and I generated pain. And by continuously thinking over that situation, I am creating and generating more and more pain body in me, right? So who has created that pain body? The outer situation has not created that pain body. I have created that pain body in me by continuously questioning the why of the situation, or going into self pity, right? So these are my own mental patterns. Now, if I have created that pain unconsciously, I have the full opportunity and the full right to heal it by being conscious in this moment, right? So what is needed is that I cannot change my past, right? I cannot go and change my past. Whatever has happened, but I can bring more acceptance and more forgiveness in the situation. First, acceptance, right? More and more acceptance to whatever has happened. I completely accept myself. And most importantly, forgiving myself. Why regret? At a deep level, if you see regret, I'm not able to forgive myself. How I could have been so stupid to be in that relationship, or to enter into a relationship, or be in that toxic job. How could I be so stupid? So this is where I have to practice self forgiveness, forgiving myself. Because see, making me myself realize that, okay, this was my consciousness level. I acted with that consciousness level. There may be some karma that had to be balanced, due to which I was in that situation. So reminding at every time these situations come, right? So these are some ideas. Now let us come on the some action points. I've just made a list of some action points. First, regret. The situation happened, right? Someone hurt you, or someone gave you pain in your whatever, in your job, or right, whatever happened. The event was there, the person was there, the event has is no longer more, the person is no more, right? Person has also gone. What is there is the emotional residues, the pain that is there. Yes. Lost my mother, father, brother, my house. Now the memories of my loved ones always make me sad and lost. I can't get over. Yes, Amrita, that is actually our. I'm sorry to know about your story. This is where actually the test of our practice comes. Is that and this actually makes me also realize that this is the take it as a test. Take it as a test of our own kind of practice, that through my practice and through generating the energy of mindfulness, I will be able to, I will heal this, right? So take it as a test. Whatever happened. um, right? So what basically we have to do is that whatever happened was happened. The pain is generated by the mind, right? Unconsciously, I have generated pain, and I'm keeping on generating pain by going back in the past, living in the past, living in that regret. So what I need to do is that now I need to consciously heal myself in terms of being more present. Only that we need to do. No, nothing complex, no processes, no techniques, no some different routines and everything. No, just be more present, be more in the present, right? When we are more present, then what we do is that we generate the energy of mindfulness, the spiritual. We are all spiritual energy generators. We can generate spiritual energy from within ourselves. So previously, unconsciously, we have generated the energy of regret, which has given us pain. Now we can consciously be present, practice mindful breathing, and generate the energy of mindfulness in us. That in turn takes care. Do not say, I want to stop the memories, I want to stop the hurt. It will never stop, right? Because never uh, focus on that particular memory, that this memory should not be there. Or don't even try to cover up that memory. Don't try to kind of run away from that memory. Only and only thing what we need to do is to generate, be more present, generate, be. Now do mindful breathing. How to do mindful breathing? Just bring your attention to your belly, and just focus on the in and out breathing, and just be. Do not change the pattern of the breathing. Just do in and out breathing for even few seconds or few minutes, and sprinkle the entire day with mindful breathing. You will generate energy, right? If you are having a subtle sense, you'll be able to feel the energy that you are able to generate, and that energy will take care. And this is not a one time practice, right? Now think about, like, if something happened 10. Hello Palak, hi, happy to see you. Thank you for joining. So something happened like 10-15 years back. Do you think in 10-15 years you would have only thought about that situation once? No. In that 10-15 years, something happened. You might have thought about the situation thousands of times, right? So at least thousands of times be ready to practice mindful breathing, and you'll not need thousands of times. Actually, it will be much lesser, right? So be prepared to make it a practice, that whenever these regret and feelings come, just acknowledge. So first, generate mindfulness and the energy of mindfulness. Get into a daily habit of meditation, right? Get into a daily sitting meditation habit. Understand this: if you are not doing your daily meditation, you will not be able to practice mindfulness. You'll be all again drowning and drowning in that sea of memories and regret and everything. So very, very important. See, understand one thing. uh, uh, if, as that saying goes, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you don't bring any change in your life right now, in this moment, then nothing will change, it will remain the same. So you have to take responsibility that, okay, I've created something, now it's upon me that I will make some small changes in my lifestyle, inculcate a daily practice of meditation, and practice more and more mindful living, practice more and more mindful breathing, and then I will generate that energy of the mindfulness, which will uh, uh, take. Thank you, Palak. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are anyways, Palak, you are anyways doing so much. I mean, you are anyways so focused. I know that. My actually push was to maybe many other people who might be watching this for the first time. So I can just do and give my push, and for even that one person who is watching and can benefit, because I have all myself undergone so much regret and all these things, and came over them to a good extent, not fully, right? So okay, so that is first thing. And I'll just say very, very transparently and very openly that if you think that you resonate with a teacher, do go, pay something. Don't worry about the money, just pay something, pay some amount, and go and learn in a structured way, right? There are so many videos, so many kind of stuff is there. But if you want to kind of make a tangible difference, get a coach or get a teacher who can help you, right? So that is first thing. Second, make it a learning opportunity. As I always said is that make it a learning opportunity. This is called cognitive in psychology. So I am not a kind of a psychology graduate, but it is called cognitive reframing, right? It's reframing your situation, right? So take it as a learning opportunity, take it as a test, take it as a learning opportunity. That okay, what can I, like I shared the example of my mom. She always used to say कि इसमें क्या शिक्षा है, शिक्षा ढूंढो, मतलब find the learning. So just take that learning, make some space for reflection. So whatever has happened, let it happen. Make some space. Whatever has happened, that's okay. In the now, rather than losing yourself, just maybe take a day out and make that day kind of a day of reflection, where you reflect, just do and get done with this whole thing, right? Don't, instead of brooding over, just take a day out. Maybe you go somewhere else, book a maybe room in a hotel, and maybe go away from your normal day to day where you live, maybe some place where you can reflect, and then take a journal and write it down. Okay, something happened, what can I learn, what change can I bring in my life right now. See, past I cannot change. Something I had done wrong to someone in the past, see, beyond a point I cannot change that. But in this present moment, can I go and seek forgiveness from that person? Or forget about, okay, that person may be alive or not alive, can I mentally seek forgiveness? See, everything whatever I can do in this reality by actually talking to people, I can do it mentally, right? I can do it through thoughts also, right? If I want to send love and best wishes, I can actually meet the person and also say that I love you. Or I can also send love through my thoughts to that person, and it goes, right? Like it says na, in that movie मुन्ना भाई, that अगर आपका इंटेंशन स्ट्रांग हो तो आप बिना फोन के भी चेंबूर तक बात कर सकते हो, right? So and so I this is my practice. What I do is that I send love and peace to this whole creation, right? So this we can, hello Sushma ji, happy to see you, thank you for joining. So this, if we do, we change our timeline, we change. So maybe in our past lifetimes we've been spreading hatred amongst people, and in this lifetime we are spreading peace through our thoughts. So we are like going on a kind of a different direction, right? But what I'm trying to say it, you can do all this. You don't need anything, कोई बहुत, you don't need some big platform to do it. You can just do it in your thoughts, right? So first thing is, get out of the mind, get into that habit of getting out of the mind, uh, because the mind is giving the problem. So unless and until you learn how to get out of the mind, then it will not happen. You cannot deal with this problem. Sorry, this video is kind of getting lengthy, but at the level of mind, no matter how you try, see, there are various techniques. There are NLP techniques, and all these techniques are there. So you can try doing it at the level of the mind, but it will not have the same energy, that the energy that is there which you generate when you go beyond the level, which is mindfulness. Sorry, this is the bell, this is a mindfulness bell, uh, which I have put it. Okay. Second is, make a learning opportunity, make a space for reflection. What I can improve, how can I do better? Drop the emotion, focus on the lesson, right? And you can do journaling, right? That journaling you can do. Whenever the feeling of regret comes, right? Now, as you become, your mindfulness practices become stronger, you start a daily practice of meditation, you bring mindfulness to your daily activities, then what will happen is that naturally you will be more kind of aware of this feeling that comes up, right? If you don't do meditation, if you don't practice mindfulness on a daily basis, forget it, it will not happen, right? But if you do that, then when that feeling comes, then you can be aware, you can practice something what is called the rain technique. Recognize, allow or accept, investigate and nurture, right? So recognize that this feeling is coming up in me, accept that, allow that feeling to be there. Investigate, just investigate where, from what this feeling is trying to tell you, right? It's is it uh, Abhinav trying to kind of uh, the inner child of Abhinav wanting some kind of love and acceptance, right? Or whoever you are, what is your name, right? And then nurture means you can give self love to you, you can send love to that situation, right? Through your thoughts, send love, or you can send love to that person who you harmed, right? You can send love, or send love to that situation, or send love to uh, like, if I have had a very difficult phase in my job, i would I would send love to Abhinav, who I would be like a wise adult. I would role model myself as a wise adult, and I would think of that Abhinav as a small child who was there, who did not know how to get out of that situation, who was stuck. And that adult that I'm now, with that wisdom, I send love to that child who was Abhinav the child, right? So that is where I can send love to that situation. Practice self love. See, whatever works for you, I'm just giving you ideas, right? Then more and more forgiveness. More, do not fight with your regret. Do not fight with your regret. Another thing is, what I will suggest is, make more and more friends with your past, like sending more love and befriending your past, and because that past was there for a reason. Then what you can do is, do something today. See, you cannot go back into the past, but you can do something today that can heal the residues of the past. So a lot of these things what you are doing, like mindful living, kind of journaling, all these things you can do. But you can also do something which, in the practical world, you can pick up the phone and say sorry, or you can mentally seek forgiveness, or you can start one selfless service, right? So there was this situation where a person did something which harmed a lot of children. So what he did was that he started something which contributed to the development of children, right? So pick up that one service, one seva. Okay, you say you don't have time. Okay, you have money, at least you have some money. 500 500. Okay, hello Manisha ji, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy to know that it is helping in some way. So if you have 500 rupees per month, start donating it towards a NGO, or a particular organization that works in the direction of children, right? Or in that direction. Start something, just do and be done, right? Instead of brooding and instead of regret, right? Ultimately what you want is, boss, see, the ultimate thing what we all want is that our own conscience should be clear, right? Something wrong went wrong, something wrong happened, our consciousness is impacted, our consciousness is clouded. I want that when I die, my consciousness is not completely, like this. So either I totally and completely accept the situation, whatever. So either I take the steps, right? That I resolve that situation in the now. Whatever happened 10 years back, I cannot control, but today whatever step I will take, I will take. Second, if I cannot take that step, if there's something which is a uh, in risk management we call it the residual risk, because after doing everything also that risk remains. So there you have to accept. So there I bring my complete acceptance towards that risk. So at the end of the day, I want to get out of that, the remove that cloud of conscience, my cloud over my conscience, and keep my conscience clear that, see, I did my best. Whatever happened, due to that consciousness level, I did that. But now I have done everything which clears my own consciousness, that I do not have regret, that even after raising my consciousness level, I have still failed to do, when I take the last breath, I should not be having a regret, that I should have done something to get over the regret, right? Maybe if that makes sense, right? As a journaling, and I'll also say one thing, that friends, if the regret is overwhelming, if it is kind of interfering in your day-to-day tasks, in your sleep, and you know please, please, please consult a counselor, a mental health counselor, right? See, I am not a mental health counselor, I am not a mental health professional. There are dedicated professionals, and who are experts in handling these things. So if it's impacting your life, impacting your peace, please go and consult them. And they have been trained over so many years, so it's not a joke, right? So we have this Indian mentality that mental health say, but we will not consult a mental health professional. That is the biggest, actually, what misfortune, due to which a lot of people get stuck on all these mental, it becomes like mental health disorders. So if something like this is there, please don't hesitate to consult a professional, a mental health professional or counselor will be able to better assist you. And whatever, okay, and if you are facing anything, and just to sign off, if you're facing anything, and like a regret, and if you want like more clarity on whatever I have explained, or any, if you have any doubt, don't worry, you can just book a kind of a free one-to-one session with me. The call, the link is there in the description, and it's a no obligation call. Just book that call with me. It's a 20-minute call. See, I will not be able to kind of do a 2 hour call with you. No, it's a like a 10, 15, 20 minutes. I will answer your questions. If you want to start a practice of meditation, or if you're practicing meditation, if you're facing any problem, I will definitely guide you to the little what I can do, right? So go ahead and you can book that call. Yes, Palak, if you have any question, you can ask. Anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. Whatever from my limited ability I can help, I will definitely answer. Anyone has any questions, any thoughts, anything to share, right? I think Palak is typing, so I'll wait for a minute. Palak, actually, no. See, detachment, uh, you need not be away, because the detachment. Yes, sorry, I just strongly just, okay. See, the thing is that detachment is in our mind. The feeling of attachment and everything is in our mind, right? So we can definitely be with them, and stay detached. What I would want, what I would do, is to keep on looking inside me, as to what behavior of theirs makes me kind of triggers me, or pushes my buttons, right? So being more mindful and aware of, because see, whatever, why I want to be maybe detached with some people, and these are mostly like family members who who have certain things, who do certain things, or certain behaviors of theirs are like they push our buttons. So what I would do, and that is for our own learning, and for our own growth, because somewhere basically that they basically bring out things which are repressed, which are from our own. So I will be more rather than focusing on being away from them, because I cannot be away from my mind. And one more thing is, the more that you try to be away from some such people, the more in the next place where you go, or where you are, you'll be finding the same. So something from your family member, something was kind of it triggers you. Maybe you get married and you go somewhere, and the husband also has the same behavior. Why? Because actually, it's like said that we carry our mind, we carry our own universe wherever we go, right? So the everything, all these patterns are within me. So I would be more interested to look into my own patterns, what is actually triggering me and what is coming on the surface, and becoming more and more mindful on those patterns. So I'm not saying that by being just by mindful and all these things should be. Yes. So yes, so just be mindful, right? Be mindful. And what Thai says is that when we become mindful, what we do is that the energy of the mindfulness ensures that the seeds of pain, right, all these memories are the pain only, no, which become the mental formations. So they are in the seed form in the subconscious, and they come up as a mental formation, and they give us. So what my job is to be mindful of that pain that has come up now, realizing that this pain is not given by the other person or by my association with that other person. Realizing that, being more mindful, what it does is that energy of mindfulness helps that seed to go back into the subconscious. So that is the only task actually I have to do. And don't then think about what will happen to that seed. Will that seed kind of be uh, will that seed kind of get roasted and all those things? My only job is, in this moment I want to ensure that I don't water that kind of mindful water that formation. That means don't fight or don't question, or then don't brood over that particular memory that is coming up. I just bring the energy of mindfulness and let that, and just observe, be a witness. And then slowly that the it's like a water in the jar which has all the mud in it. And when you actually just you know uh, when you take a spoon and just mix that water, the mud all rises, and then if you just leave it to that, it just settles down. So similarly, we have to, with the energy of mindfulness, with the energy of witnessing, we have to let that mud go down, right? So that that is our practice, right? So this is my practice, what I do, and my limited understanding. So I hope it gives some perspective to you also. uh, Fine. So yes, exactly, being more aware that these are just some things that are arising in me. These are actually the seeds of pain that are in me, that are now arising in me. Being just aware of that, instead of getting stuck with that, just being aware that these are the seeds are sprouting, the seeds are arising. So right, so rather than giving energy to those emotions, being, when you are a witness, then we don't give more energy to them. So automatically they will arise and they will fall, they will arise and they will fall. So this is our practice, right? So okay, thank you so much, Palak. And thank you so much to everyone. So this is a long session, sorry. Thank you so much to everyone. And thank you so much. Thank you, bye.